Nehemiah 11:1 through 12:47. Devotional focus verse. Also that day they offered great sacrifices and rejoiced, for God had made them rejoice with great joy. The wives also and the children rejoiced, so that the joy of Jerusalem was heard even afar off. Nehemiah 12:43. Recently, in one of our Portland church services, the minister preached about joy and told of an experience he had some years ago in a poor village on Gonave Island off the coast of Port-au-Prince, Haiti. This is an arid region, and for hundreds of years, the women of the village had walked many miles in the hot sun to get water for their homes. They would carry large containers to the water source, fill them up, put them on their heads, and walk back to their mud huts. And that trek wasn't down a sidewalk or a nice path. The path went around and over rocks, and some of them bigger than a car. Sadly, most of the water in that area was horrible. Our minister related, some of the water sources looked like a low spot in a barnyard where water collected when it rained. Cows had drunk from it and kids had played in it, but it was water. Another water source was a pool in a cave. It was a pretty place with white sand around the edges of the water. However, the cave was full of bats, and the water was as green as a healthy lawn. It was full of bacteria and parasites, but the women filled their containers anyway. What else could they do? That was the only water available. Then one day our minister's brother, a well driller, came to the village with a big truck and a well drilling machine. He set up the machine and started drilling, and after a time, some water gushed out. A crowd gathered and they were excited, but their excitement was short-lived. The well driller welded a solid lid on top of the well and then drove off. The lid had been put in place to keep the children from throwing items in the well and damaging it. The villagers were understandably disheartened. That was not the end of the story, though. One day the drilling crew returned with different equipment and a load of pipe, and our minister was with them. The villagers gathered once more, watching, waiting, hoping. The men unloaded the pipe, cut the lid off the well, and ran the pipe down the hole. Then they placed a pump on top and bolted it down. The pump had what looked like bicycle pedals, but it was cranked by hand. One man started turning the pedals, and the villagers heard rattling from inside the well. And then out came water. Fresh water. Clean water. Our minister said, "I will never forget the rejoicing in that village." The people literally screamed and shouted with joy. An old white-haired man was sitting nearby under a tree watching. Somebody filled a dirty water jug and took it over to him. With a huge smile on his face, he took that jug, drank some water, and then held the jug over his head and poured the rest all over himself. We showed the people how to use the well and then loaded up our equipment and prepared to drive off. At that moment, a young barefoot mother with a small child on her hip came running to us. We wondered what she wanted. Often people would approach us asking for money, but this young woman held out a little basket of eggs. That was probably at least a week's worth of food for her little family, and it was her gift to us for providing water for her village. In our text today, we read of a momentous day of rejoicing in the city of Jerusalem. A day the people who witnessed that event likely remembered for the rest of their lives. The wall was complete. The people gathered to keep the dedication with gladness, both with thanksgiving and with singing, with cymbals, psalteries, and with harps. See Nehemiah 12:27. Like the young village mother with her basket of eggs, they offered sacrifices of thanksgiving. Even the wives and the children joined in the celebration. A rejoicing so great, the joy of Jerusalem was heard even afar off. Our lives will also include events that bring great joy, times we will never forget. In addition, we will have private times of devotion when we experience joy as we reflect on all God has done for us. Whatever the occasion, let us follow the example of the people of Jerusalem and make sure our joy includes heartfelt praises to God, the giver of every good gift. Background information. Following 3 chapters concerning the spiritual revival of the people, chapters 11 and 12 tell how Nehemiah focused on the logistical and civic aspects of restoring Jerusalem. After King Cyrus of Persia granted permission for the exiles to return to Judah, the city had gradually repopulated, but only sparsely. Jerusalem still needed more people, and these chapters describe Nehemiah's plan for repopulating it. The close of chapter 12 provides a historical account of the dedication of the wall surrounding the city. Chapter 11 begins with a statement that the rulers of the people dwelt at Jerusalem. This likely meant that most of the priests, Levites, and other officials had living quarters within the city walls. However, Jerusalem was spread across a fairly large area. The wall had been rebuilt on the original foundation, but the city's population was small compared to what it had been before the exile, and there were many abandoned houses. The purpose of the census Nehemiah had previously ordered, see chapter 7, was to compile a list of the families of Judah. Based on that census, in these chapters, Nehemiah implemented a plan to bring 1/10 of the population of surrounding cities to live in Jerusalem. The selection was made through the casting of lots. In addition, verse 2 records that some people voluntarily agreed to move into the city. The roster of people who lived in Jerusalem and nearby towns during Nehemiah's governorship begins in verse 3 and continues through the remainder of chapter 11. For the most part, the inhabitants of Jerusalem are listed by heads of families. This extensive list includes tribal leaders of the tribes of Judah and Benjamin, military men, priests, Levites, gatekeepers, and civil and royal servants. Those who resided outside of the city, see verses 25 through 36, are listed by villages. Verses 1 through 26 of chapter 12 are a listing of the priests and Levites from the time of Zerubbabel to that of Nehemiah. 22 families are mentioned. The official dedication of the wall around Jerusalem, described in verses 27 through 47 of chapter 12, was joyous. Levites from around Judah were summoned to participate in the celebration. Musicians were present to join in this time of gladness. Verse 30 indicates that before the ceremony began, the priests purified themselves and the people. This would have been done through ceremonial washing and the offering of sacrifices of purification. See Numbers 8, 6 through 11, and 19, 1 through 10. Verses 31 through 43 describe 2 processionals at the dedication, one led by Ezra and one seemingly by Nehemiah himself. The 2 groups marched in opposite directions, giving their thanks to God. After encircling the city, they met near the temple. These groups are described in verse 31 as marching upon the wall. Since portions of the wall that had been excavated had a thickness of 7 to 11 feet, there was plenty of room for them to literally walk along the top of the wall. The groups then joined and gave thanks in the house of God. Verse 38. The singing and the sounds of the instruments was so loud and joyful that it was heard even afar off. See verse 43. Verses 44 through 47 of chapter 12 describe the arrangements that were made for those who ministered in the temple. Certain individuals were appointed to bring in the treasures, the offerings, firstfruits, and tithes, and to oversee the storage chambers that were filled with supplies for the sacrifices. Conclusion. The joyful praises of the people who gathered to dedicate the wall around Jerusalem were heard even afar off. Their worship was a testimony to others, and our joy and praises to God will impact others as well.
Nehemiah. Chapter 11. And the rulers of the people dwelt at Jerusalem, the rest of the people also cast lots, to bring 1 of 10 to dwell in Jerusalem the holy city, and 9 parts to dwell in other cities. And the people blessed all the men, that willingly offered themselves to dwell at Jerusalem. Now these are the chief of the province that dwelt in Jerusalem, but in the cities of Judah dwelt every one in his possession in their cities, to wit, Israel, the priests, and the Levites, and the Nethinims, and the children of Solomon's servants. And at Jerusalem dwelt certain of the children of Judah, and of the children of Benjamin. Of the children of Judah, Athaiah the son of Uzziah, the son of Zechariah, the son of Amariah, the son of Shephatiah, the son of Mahalaleel, of the children of Perez. And Maaseiah the son of Baruch, the son of Kolhozah, the son of Hazaiah, the son of Adaiah, the son of Joiarib, the son of Zechariah, the son of Shiloni. All the sons of Perez that dwelt at Jerusalem were 468 valiant men. And these are the sons of Benjamin, Sallu the son of Meshullam, the son of Jod, the son of Pedaiah, the son of Kaliah, the son of Maaseiah, the son of Ethiel, the son of Jezaiah. And after him Gabai, Salai, 928. And Joel the son of Zitri was their overseer, and Judah the son of Sinua was second over the city. Of the priests, Jediah the son of Joiarib, Jachin. Sariah the son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Merioth, the son of Ahitub, was the ruler of the house of God. And their brethren that did the work of the house were 822, and Adaiah the son of Jeroham, the son of Pelaliah, the son of Amzi, the son of Zechariah, the son of Pashur, the son of Malchiah. And his brethren, chief of the fathers, 242, and Amasai the son of Azareel, the son of Ahasai, the son of Meshillemoth, the son of Immer. And their brethren, mighty men of valor, 128, and their overseer was Zabdiel, the son of one of the great men. Also of the Levites, Shemaiah the son of Hashub, the son of Azrikam, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Bunni. And Shabbatai and Jozabad, of the chief of the Levites, had the oversight of the outward business of the house of God. And Mattaniah the son of Miha, the son of Zabdi, the son of Asaph, was the principal to begin the thanksgiving and prayer, and Bakbukiah the second among his brethren, and Abda the son of Shammua, the son of Galal, the son of Jeduthun. All the Levites in the holy city were 284. Moreover the porters, Akab, Talmon, and their brethren that kept the gates, were 172. And the residue of Israel, of the priests, and the Levites, were in all the cities of Judah, every one in his inheritance. But the Nethinims dwelt in Ophel, and Zihah and Gispa were over the Nethinims. The overseer also of the Levites at Jerusalem was Uzzi the son of Bani, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Mattaniah, the son of Miha. Of the sons of Asaph, the singers were over the business of the house of God. For it was the king's commandment concerning them, that a certain portion should be for the singers, due for every day. And Pethiah the son of Meshezabeel, of the children of Zerah the son of Judah, was at the king's hand in all matters concerning the people. And for the villages, with their fields, some of the children of Judah dwelt at Kirjatharba, and in the villages thereof, and at Dibon, and in the villages thereof, and at Jacobzeel, and in the villages thereof. And at Jeshua, and at Moladah, and at Bethlet. And at Hazarshual, and at Beersheba, and in the villages thereof. And at Ziklag, and at Makona, and in the villages thereof. And at Enrimmon, and at Zariah, and at Jarmuth. Zanoah, Adulam, and in their villages, at Lachish, and the fields thereof, at Azekah, and in the villages thereof. And they dwelt from Beersheba unto the valley of Hinnom. The children also of Benjamin from Geba dwelt at Michmash, and Aiah, and Bethel, and in their villages. And at Anatoth, Nob, Ananiah. Hazor, Ramah, Gataim. Hadid, Zeboim, Nebalat. Lod, and Ono, the valley of craftsmen. And of the Levites were divisions in Judah, and in Benjamin. Nehemiah. Chapter 12. Now these are the priests and the Levites that went up with Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua, Sariah, Jeremiah, Ezra, Amariah, Malach, Hattush, Shechaniah, Rehum, Meremoth, Iddo, Ginnetho, Abiel, Miamin, Maadiah, Bilgah, Shemaiah, and Joiarib, Jediah, Sallu, Amok, Hilkiah, Jediah. These were the chief of the priests and of their brethren in the days of Jeshua. Moreover the Levites, Jeshua, Binnui, Kadmiel, Sherebiah, Judah, and Mattaniah, which was over the thanksgiving, he and his brethren. Also Bakbukiah and Uni, their brethren, were over against them in the watches. And Jeshua begat Joachim, Joachim also begat Eliashib, and Eliashib begat Joiada. And Joiada begat Jonathan, and Jonathan begat Jaddua. And in the days of Joachim were priests, the chief of the fathers, of Sariah, Moriah, of Jeremiah, Hananiah, of Ezra, Meshullam, of Amariah, Jehohanan, of Melichu, Jonathan, of Shebaniah, Joseph, of Haram, Adnah, of Marioth, Helkai, of Iddo, Zechariah, of Ginnethon, Meshullam, of Abiyah, Zitri, of Meniamin, of Moadiah, Piltai, of Bilgah, Shammua, of Shemaiah, Jehonathan, and of Joiarib, Mattani, of Jediah, Uzi, of Salai, Kaiai, of Amok, Eber, of Hilkiah, Hashabiah, of Jediah, Nethaniel. The Levites in the days of Eliashib, Joiada, and Johanan, and Jaddua, were recorded chief of the fathers, also the priests, to the reign of Darius the Persian. The sons of Levi, the chief of the fathers, were written in the book of the Chronicles, even until the days of Johanan the son of Eliashib. And the chief of the Levites, Hashabiah, Sherebiah, and Jeshua the son of Kadmiel, with their brethren over against them, to praise and to give thanks, according to the commandment of David the man of God, ward over against ward. Mattaniah, and Bakbukiah, Obadiah, Meshullam, Talmon, Akab, were porters keeping the ward at the thresholds of the gates. These were in the days of Joachim the son of Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, and in the days of Nehemiah the governor, and of Ezra the priest, the scribe. And at the dedication of the wall of Jerusalem they sought the Levites out of all their places, to bring them to Jerusalem, to keep the dedication with gladness, both with thanksgivings, and with singing, with cymbals, psalteries, and with harps. And the sons of the singers gathered themselves together, both out of the plain country round about Jerusalem, and from the villages of Netophathi. Also from the house of Gilgal, and out of the fields of Geba and Azmaveth, for the singers had builded them villages round about Jerusalem. And the priests and the Levites purified themselves, and purified the people, and the gates, and the wall. Then I brought up the princes of Judah upon the wall, and appointed 2 great companies of them that gave thanks, whereof one went on the right hand upon the wall toward the dung gate. And after them went Hoshea, and half of the princes of Judah, and Azariah, Ezra, and Meshullam, Judah, and Benjamin, and Shemaiah, and Jeremiah. And certain of the priests' sons with trumpets, namely, Zechariah the son of Jonathan, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Mattaniah, the son of Mishael, the son of Zaccur, the son of Asaph. And his brethren, Shemaiah, and Azarel, Milalai, Gilalai, Mai, Nethaniel, and Judah, Hanani, with the musical instruments of David the man of God, and Ezra the scribe before them. And at the fountain gate, which was over against them, they went up by the stairs of the city of David, at the going up of the wall, above the house of David, even unto the water gate eastward. And the other company of them that gave thanks went over against them, and I after them, and the half of the people upon the wall, from beyond the tower of the furnaces even unto the broad wall. And from above the gate of Ephraim, and above the old gate, and above the fish gate, and the tower of Hananeel, and the tower of Meah, even unto the sheep gate, and they stood still in the prison gate. So stood the 2 companies of them that gave thanks in the house of God, and I, and the half of the rulers with me. And the priests, Eliakim, Maaseiah, Miniamin, Mishael, Elionai, Zechariah, and Hananiah, with trumpets. And Maaseiah, and Shemaiah, and Eleazar, and Uzzi, and Jehohanan, and Malchijah, and Elam, and Ezer. And the singers sang loud, with Jezrahiah their overseer. Also that day they offered great sacrifices, and rejoiced, for God had made them rejoice with great joy, the wives also and the children rejoiced, so that the joy of Jerusalem was heard even afar off. And at that time were some appointed over the chambers for the treasures, for the offerings, for the firstfruits, and for the tithes, to gather into them out of the fields of the cities the portions of the law for the priests and Levites, for Judah rejoiced for the priests and for the Levites that waited. And both the singers and the porters kept the ward of their God, and the ward of the purification, according to the commandment of David, and of Solomon his son. For in the days of David and Asaph of old there were chief of the singers, and songs of praise and thanksgiving unto God. And all Israel in the days of Zerubbabel, and in the days of Nehemiah, gave the portions of the singers and the porters, every day his portion, and they sanctified holy things unto the Levites, and the Levites sanctified them unto the children of Aaron,